Ladies and gentlemen, this black man was wrongfully arrested based on facial recognition. Now, we know this has been an ongoing problem when it comes down to AI recognizing black faces, and it is a problem they have yet to fix. So, this is Robert Julian-Borchak Williams. And he is a man that was wrongfully arrested based on nothing but AI. And they were incorrect. Boy, this man got one hell of a lawsuit. This is The Verge, June 24th, 2020. A black man was wrongfully arrested because of facial recognition. And let's be real here. AI and the facial recognition technology that they use is just as biased as the person that created it. Plain and simple. If that were not the case, we would not see this happening at all. The ACLU has filed a formal complaint against Detroit police over what it says is the first known example of a wrongful arrest caused by faulty facial recognition technology. Robert Julian-Borchak Williams, an African-American man, was arrested after a facial recognition system falsely matched his photo with a security footage of a shoplifter. The New York Times reports that the ACLU is calling for the dismissal of Williams' case for his information to be removed from Detroit criminal database, and prosecutors have since agreed to delete his data. Facial recognition technology has been criticized for years, with researchers showing it to be biased against members of different races and ethnicity. Now, we have been bringing this out even over social media. And of course, you got the same people that deny racism are going to deny that that's happening, but it is happening. And this is a good example of it. Okay. AI is very flawed. You can find the stories all over the internet of people getting falsely accused of AI, treating people differently in medical industry, even on social media. These articles are everywhere, and the people that have experienced these things are everywhere. The reason why you don't believe it is because you haven't done any research. So he is a good prime example of what happens to many Black people in regards to the AI. Okay, if you would research this, you would realize racism is a huge problem with AI. And this did not just start yesterday. This started several years ago. And it has never been corrected. And as time goes on, you're going to see more and more stories like this, and stories in all kinds of industries where there is a problem with AI and the Black community. It's not going to magically disappear because you think it ain't happening. Don't work like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, facial recognition technology, we know, countless stories of people going through airports, and it's always over and over again African American men and women that are having these problems. But its use by law enforcement has grown even more controversial in recent weeks following nationwide protests against police brutality and racism. Now, Williams' case shows the reality of what happens when flawed technology collides with poor police work. NYT reports that the robbery Williams was accused of taking place. It took place in October 2018, and in March 2019, a still form of the store surveillance video was uploaded to Michigan State facial recognition database. This would have generated a series of photographic matches, later provided as part of a document that said they were not probable cause for arrest. However, they nevertheless led to Williams' picture being included in a photo lineup that has shown to the store's security guard. This guard, who the ACLU says did not witness robbery firsthand, positively identified Williams. So, according to the AI was certain they had the right person, and the police acted on that. Okay? It acted on that. The identification led to Williams being arrested in the driveway of his home in January, after which he was taken into police custody for a total of 30 hours. Williams was given his account of the arrest to the op ed for the Washington Post. He says in one interview with the police, he held up a photo of the shoplifter next to his own face, after which one of the detectives said the computer must have gotten it wrong. Why didn't you check this before you placed this man under arrest? If you had a photo, why couldn't you have done this before placing someone under arrest? You know how stupid you know how stupid this sounds? This is ridiculous. But it's the countless problems that exist in AI. Although Williams' case was dismissed 2 weeks after he was arrested, it was dismissed without prejudice, leaving him open to being charged again, the New York Times notes. In addition, the ACLU says as a result of the arrest, Williams' DNA sample, mugshot, and fingerprints are on file, and that his arrest is on record. The Detroit police spokesperson told NYT that the department had accepted the prosecutor's decision to dismiss the case, and that as of July 2019, the department policy was to only use facial recognition to investigate violent crimes. Williams' story comes as multiple high-profile tech companies, including IBM, Microsoft, and Amazon, have announced that they will be stopping or pausing their facial recognition work for police. Why are you doing that for police anyway? Wow. We believe now is the time to begin a national dialogue on whether or how facial recognition technology should be employed by domestic law enforcement agency. IBM CEO said in a statement earlier this month. But many facial recognition experts say there still needs to be a longer moratorium on the technology use, and that some firms may simply be waiting out the current news cycle before starting to sell to law enforcement once again, as Williams' case highlights, though the damages that a false arrest can cause on someone's life are harder to forget. My daughters can't unsee me being handcuffed and put into a police car, Williams write in the op-ed, but can see me use this experience to bring some good into the world. That means helping to make sure my daughters don't grow up in a world where their driver's license or Facebook photos could be used to target, track, or harm them. This is a damn shame. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens all the time. And you're going to see more and more of these stories come out, and you're going to see overwhelmingly that this AI technology impacts Black people more than anyone else. Because, again, the software is going to be as biased as the person that created it. Plain and simple. And this why last year it was one person from Congress that said they need to have more Black software designers to create AI to eliminate the problems that we are seeing now. But as you can see, they have yet to do so. This is impacting everything. It's not just facial recognition, it's overall with AI. Just go out there on Google or any search engine of your preference and type in racism or racist bias and AI and watch all of the articles that come up. This shit is real. And it has been happening for years and years and years, ladies and gentlemen. So don't let these people tell me, well, how can AI tell? How can AI tell? If that's the case, how could you tell race for the last 5 centuries? Okay? It can tell because the person that designed it set the damn software up with their own biases. So if they feel a certain way about the African American community, it's going to reflect on the software they created. Duh. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.